cryptocurrency markets, do me a quick favor. Hit that like button, press that subscribe button. Now let's get into it. Do this right now. Pull out your pens, pull out your notebook, getting ready to give you the play sketch by sketch. Do this right now. Time is of the essence. Do you buy right now or do you sell right now? The markets are moving all over the place. The market sentiment is still scattered. Emotions are all over the place. One day we see green, the next day we see red. One day people are bullish, the next day people are bearish. But do this right now. Every comment that I'm reading, everybody is different. Everybody has a different type of strategy. Everybody have different movements. But at the same time, everybody's believing that their strategy is the best. Everybody's believing that they got the answer. They got the crystal ball. They know what to expect. So do this right now as I read so many comments on the cryptocurrency videos. Everybody's very positive. Everybody is very certain that they know exactly what is going to happen. Everybody is very certain that their expectations, their strategy is accurate. Now, I find that to be very puzzling because one person, you see the market green, like yesterday, we had an awesome green day. Bitcoin barely touched $70,000. Altcoins were doing very well also. So yesterday was one of them days to where people got a little bit encouraged. People got very encouraged yesterday. But we understand that this is still cryptocurrency. Very quick, just like that, things can turn around, things can change, and things can shift very quick. So saw a little bit of momentum. Bitcoin 67,000, 68,000, 69,000. Everybody was so excited. I said, you know what? Pump your brakes because we've seen this before. We've seen the cryptocurrency coins. The market will pump. We may see Bitcoin get to levels, may see a little bit of excitement, but be very careful. Don't get caught up in the movement. That's why it's so important to dollar cost averaging. This is the importance of dollar cost averaging. The importance of dollar cost averaging is that you don't have to worry about timing the bottom. You don't have to worry about timing the bottom. As you dollar cost average in, when Bitcoin go on and have nasty dips, when we go through some huge volatile movements, DCA in. And then on days like we saw yesterday when there's green and when the market is pumping, when things are doing well, you just sit back. You sit in the driver's seat. You just on cruise control at that particular point in time. So you really have to know how to navigate around, especially in a bear market. In a bear market, there will be bear traps. You may see some bull traps, but you're definitely going to see some bear traps. Um, Try to trap you in. Try to make you feel like you're missing out. Want to make you feel like this thing is going to continue to run up. You say, damn, it hit 69,000, maybe it hit 70. Boom. It hit $70,000. You say, you know what? Let me buy a little bit more. It just hit $70,000. It's probably going to continue to go up. Keep things in proper perspective. Understand what type of market that you're in. Are we in a bear market or are we in a bull market? Fundamentals. Understanding the position that we're in. So when you understand the position that we're in, you can kick back and relax. Do not chase any green candles. Don't chase any green days. Taking a look at Bitcoin today, came down a little bit from the hiatus that it was on yesterday. Currently, right now, Bitcoin is back down to $67,000. So, cryptocurrency Bitcoin will give it and it will take it away, especially in a bear market. So, as we understand what type of market that we're in, we got to make better decisions. We have to act like we've been here before. You're no longer a newbie. If you've been around for the entire year 2025, you are no longer a newbie. So definitely have to move around a little bit better. Can't be continue to fall for the tricks. Have to understand that there are some big players out there and they know how to move the needle when the needle shouldn't be moved. So you really have to keep things in proper perspective and don't fall for the okey doke. Don't fall for the bootleg plays. Don't fall for the quarterback sneaks. Don't fall for the option plays because they will give it to you. So you really have to be on a defense mode. That's where dollar cost averaging comes into play. Me, as I dollar cost averaging, that's defense. Because I don't know where the bottom is going to be. I don't know if they're going to run it or if they're going to pass it. But I know if I dollar cost average in, I'll be okay. I'll be able to protect myself from the run and the pass. It's kind of like being in prevent defense. Remember back in some years ago, the Raiders, they had this defensive coach. What was that? Bressingham. Man, he would always put us in prevent defense mode. He'll put us in prevent defense mode because we would have a little bit of a lead. We were up 2 touchdowns, so he'll put us in prevent defense. You put them in prevent defense, and sometimes they will gas you through the middle. So you got to be careful on what defensive play you call. So, like I say, this particular time in the market is all fun for me. I'm strategizing. I'm trying to call the weeks. What is this week gonna look like? When I saw the market pump yesterday, I said, okay, seen this before, kind of know what's going to happen. So at this particular point in time, it's just a challenge to see. And it's a challenge to watch the manipulation that these guys are doing. All this behind the scene talks that is going on between these hedge funds, these large institutions, is very interesting. The way cryptocurrency is moving is very interesting. One of the key things that is really piquing my curiosity are altcoins. How are altcoins going to thrive? The pump we saw yesterday was excellent. The pump we saw yesterday gave some people hope. We saw Solana pump. We saw a lot of altcoins do very well yesterday. So that right there kept hope alive for a lot of people. A lot of people were encouraged. They say, you know what? Okay, altcoins are not dead because if they were dead, they would not have done like they did yesterday. But understanding that it will give it and it'll take it away. Pump fake. Michael Jordan was the coldest with the pump fakes. He'd palm that ball in one hand, act like he gonna shoot it. As soon as you jump, he'd pull it back down. You come land it down, and he gone. That is a pump fake. So don't get caught up in the pump fake. Who I got rocking with me today? Craig Beats, what's going on with you, my brother? Shouts out to Craig Beats. Not a lot going on, man. Just kicking back on this good Thursday, getting ready for Friday. Another weekend we will be presented in the world of cryptocurrency. Always some exciting things moving around in cryptocurrency on the weekends, especially as the stock market is closed. It is just ups that are open. Actually, there are a few stocks that trade 24 hours now. A lot of things are changing over there in the traditional finance markets. The shy one, what's going on with you, my brother? Happy Thursday to you. Out here moving and grooving, man, trying to figure out what's going on with these cryptocurrencies. Um, can't wait till we get deeper into 2026 because I'm very excited about finding the next Solana, the next AROZ network. I'm excited about finding the next coin that I could buy at a very small market cap, like that coin Pippin, Pippin. Whoever found that coin, whoever had skin in the game in that coin over the past 8, 9 months, shouts out to you. Outstanding play. That play is kicking butt. I'm looking for the next Pippin. Whether it's Scottie Pippen, Mike Pippin, I'm looking for the next play that could do up 40x, 50x, whatever Pippin done did. AROZ network, we know that did over 100x, so that's what I will be looking for later on in the year, preparing for 500 days before the next Bitcoin halving is when I really will be loading the boat. He said, man, I looked outside and these MFs plowed the snow back plowed the snow back in front of your driveway, that sounds like cryptocurrency. That sounds like market manipulation. You get out there, plow the snow, open up your driveway, you get back out there, it's right back there. That's called volatility, my brother. You even having volatility right there at your doorstep. And I bet you didn't hear the knock at the door. It wasn't no, you didn't hear no knock. I put the snow back. None of that stuff. So you got to make sure that you don't have snow ETFs out there in front of your doorsteps, man. But that sounds like cryptocurrency to me. So at this particular point in time, too, you also have to pay attention that the fear and greed index is very low. We're at 16 right now. We was at 11. We did see 5, but now we're back at 16. It is starting to creep up. What does that mean? Does that mean anything? Does that mean we're getting ready to have a recovery? Or does that just mean that this is just a bear market? The fear and greed index will continue to bounce between 16, 20, may dip back down to 11, may dip back down to 8. It is going to be swinging back and forth. Is that what that means? Possibly, because we're still in a bear market. We're not expecting to come out of this bear market for a little bit more time. But who knows? Who knows? Bitcoin dominates 57.90%. That's a positive thing also. Watching and continuing to see the Bitcoin dominance slide down, that's in our favor. That is what we want to see. Is it going to go down all at one time? We already know that. It is not going to go down all at one time. But if you're really placing things in proper position, this could be territory for life-changing opportunities. Oh, it don't feel like it, man. It feel like it's doom and gloom. All the markets getting beat down. All the altcoins are beat down. Altcoins are not going to recover. If you can panic, relax. If you can be a little bit patient and get into the right coins right now, boy, you'll be looking back thanking the 2026 you. You'll be sitting on an island somewhere, sipping a Mai Tai, eating crackers, salami, whatever, caviar, whatever it is that you want. All you got to do is get it right once. You get it right once in 2026, over the next 24 months, next Bitcoin halving occur, the year after the Bitcoin halving occur, the cycle stays the same. We don't try to overthink the process. That is where we will win. That's where we're going to win at. Administration is going to change. New Fed chairman is getting ready to come involved. There's going to be new politicians. There's going to be new countries that's going to be coming in buying up Bitcoin. There's going to be new altcoins coming on the scene. Clarity Act probably will be approved by then. So right now is the time. You don't want to wait till all these things occur. You don't want to wait till Bitcoin get back to $110,000 before you start to prepare and strategize. Start right now. You want to start right now while it's tough. Nobody start right now because it's too tough. You will rarely find a bunch of people out there working when it's tough. But that's the best time to work, when it's tough. When it's easy, everybody be out there. There's no benefits. Not a lot of profits to be made when it's easy. When it's tough is where the money is made. So that's why we're planning, trying to get things in proper position, whether it's understanding where our dollar cost average levels at. What levels will we start the dollar cost average at? If it gets to $55,000 Bitcoin, is that where you're going to start the DCA at? Or are you going off of Solana? If Solana gets to $65, is that your next DCA level? What's your strategy looking like? Mine is based off of Bitcoin. As Bitcoin drop, as Bitcoin dip, that is where my DCA strategies will lie. He said these last few days left me with a 93-year-old back. Hey, you got to get out there and get it, man. Got to get out there and get it. Shovel that snow, do whatever it is to make it happen. The shy one say, I bought the dips. I'm chilling now. Let's just hope that we don't go to war with Iran. 4-year cycle. It's the 4 year cycle. We done been through all kind of wars. We done been through COVID-19, COVID 2020, and the cycle continues to appear and rear its head when it's supposed to, regardless of what's going on around it. We done had missile strikes. We done seen Russia and Turkey, and we done seen some missile strikes, and it was supposed to be doom and gloom. We made it through the 2025 Liberation Day terrorists. I think that was a Black Swan event. I think that was a Black Swan event. And I think that pumped the brakes on 2025. I think that right there caught us off guard. That's what a Black Swan event does. It catch you off guard. Nobody expects it. So that Liberation Day, no, we didn't expect it. Tony Trump knew about it. He didn't even let us know. But had we known, we could have been preparing for it. But we wasn't in that inner circle. People in that inner circle knew. People who were down with Donald Trump knew. We didn't know. All retail investors, once again, everything is placed on our back. So we just got to continue to fight. Got to continue to swing. Got to continue to work when it is hard. And it's hard right now because the markets are beat down. Bitcoin is beat down $67,000. A few months ago, we were up to $126,000 Bitcoin. I'm talking about my portfolio was huge. I'm talking about a lot of thousands of dollars in my portfolio. Now take a look at it. Bitcoin's down 50%, altcoins down 60, 70%. One of my portfolios, man, I'm beat down. I'm beat down like everybody. Everybody's beat down. But I'm trying to strategize and play some things in position that when things start to recover, I'll be able to reap some great rewards. So I'm not going to cry about it. It is what it is. This is what we signed up for. My man Craig Beach say $12,000 Bitcoin is incoming. Where you get 12,000 from? Last cycle we went 16,000. Why would we go lower than the previous cycle? Why would the Bitcoin low be lower than $16,000, bro? Talk to me. Where you getting $12,000 Bitcoin at? You on an island with that one, bro. $12,000 Bitcoin. Can you imagine the price of Ethereum? Come on, Craig Beach. Can you imagine how low Solana will be? $12,000 Bitcoin. I can't see that. But it'll be nice because Bitcoin will be bought up. A lot of people will be buying up a lot of Bitcoin if it hits $12,000. You talking about a supply shock? You talking about a scarcity of Bitcoin? Bitcoin will be very scarce because people will be buying it up. Robert Malone, what's going on, brother? He said we're going lower, guys. Forget about it until 2030. Not 2030. Come on, bro. 2030? 2030 is going to be the next bear market. We're in a bear market right now. 2030. Come on, Brody. He said the trend line pointing that way. 2008 type crash will do it. Man, nah, I can't see that, bro. But it's possible. $12,000 Bitcoin. You definitely better be dollar cost averaging in because waiting on 12K, you mess around and hurt yourself. Mess around and blow your ankle, Achilles, MCL. You tear everything up. Waiting on $12,000 Bitcoin. Have you on the sideline, toe up. So make sure you dollar cost averaging, bro. Because I'm not waiting for a 12K Bitcoin. But if it does get to $12,000, I'm going to be right there looking old Bitcoin in its face. Like, come on. I'm going to buy you at 12,000 too. Make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Get them likes up. Hit that like button. And if it's your first time rocking with your boy Stock Holiday, hit that subscribe button, man, because this is going to be a journey. This is the cryptocurrency journey that we're on. Everybody is on this same journey. Not that we're doing the same thing, not that we have the same strategy, but we are on the same journey. Because Bitcoin is only going to move in that particular direction. Nothing I can do, nothing you can do that can change the trajectory of what Bitcoin is going to do. So we are on the same journey. We're just having different strategic moves. My man Craig Beach think Bitcoin going to go to $12,000. I think Bitcoin may hit the low 50s. Somebody may think Bitcoin might bottom out at the $60,000 range. Nevertheless, we are all on the same journey. 2026, the official bear market. Maybe I'll get his t-shirt. The official bear market, 2026. Walking around those grocery stores with my helmet on, seatbelt on. Every time I go in the grocery store, they say, "What you doing, man? Why you shopping with that shopping cart with a seatbelt on? Why you walking around with a helmet on in the store?" Showing my portfolio, they'll say, "Okay, I get it. I get it. You've been getting your butt kicked." So the markets are moving. The future is cloudy. The future is so cloudy in cryptocurrency right now. I'm talking about people don't know if it's sunny outside or if it's raining and snowing. Craig B said he was plowing snow 1 minute, the next minute sunshine, all the snow gone, then the snow come right back. It's cloudy. It is cloudy in these cryptocurrency streets. One day Bitcoin pumping, everybody's excited. Bitcoin up $4,000, $5,000, hitting $70,000. Ethereum is up above $2,000. Solana is looking like it is getting ready to go to $100. Then the next day, it is very cloudy out here in these cryptocurrency streets. That's why it's so important to dollar cost averaging, and that's why it's so important to have a strategy. Not to be navigating around as a lone wolf, because you will get eaten. Your portfolio will get wiped. You'll say, "Hold up, man. I had a million of these coins. Actually, I still got a million of these coins. The million coins used to be worth $1,000. Now it's only worth $10. What happened? Was I in an SHIT coin that I didn't know about? I didn't know there was a such thing as a SHIT coin. What is that? What does FOMO mean? What does scam coin mean? Navigating around as a lone wolf, you will get eaten in these bear market streets. See who else we got rocking and rolling with us. Craig B say, "Yes, sir, the Fed propping up the banks from December 1st, 40 billion a month. Banks got a lot of unrealized losses on the books, bailout incoming." See, there go those narratives. There go those narratives. That's that sinking hook. They have you swallowing those narratives. We're in a bear market. I don't care what they say they funneling it into these banks. We're in a bear market. It don't matter what type of liquidity they say they're gonna pump into it. Sound good. All talk, in my opinion. I'm not falling for it. I'm just gonna fall for the 4-year cycle. That's what I'm falling for. I'm going off the 4-year cycle because we fell for it in 2025. Fell for it in 2024. Steady getting whooped, steady getting bamboozled. Large institutions continuing to win while we are getting beat up, being placed and listed as exit liquidity. Nope, sorry about that. Those days are over. We're going to get it right this one time and we're going to be good to go. Not going to overthink the process. Dollar cost averaging in as necessary. Not going to over DCA. Not going to chase. Seeing all the people chase yesterday was amazing. I said, "You got to be kidding me. Everybody chasing." My phone going off the hook. My inbox going off the hook. "Coach, what you think about this play? Coach, did you see this play up?" "Yeah, I see it's up." "What about when it was down?" "What about when it was down?" That's when you're supposed to be buying, when these coins are red. And when they're green, you just sit back. When they're green, you make you a nice cold drink. You just kick back. Say, "You know what? I bought it when it was low. Now that it's green, let me take me a sip." Chilling when the markets are green. Not panicking. But paying attention, paying attention to the markets, paying attention to the market sentiment, listening to what people are saying. So we got a lot of movements. The future is very cloudy right now. The future is very cloudy. A lot of uncertainty in the market for sure. So we're gonna continue to watch the markets and see how things continue to play out. Black Reacher, what's going on with you, my brother? Shouts out to Black Reacher in his house. He say everyone thought quantitative easing started December 1st, 20. Well, that's what they told us. Once again, that's what they told us, right? QE ended. So we're gonna see if it play out how it did the last time we saw a quantitative easing start. Thorazon 0076, what's going on? Would you say altcoins need a bull run? All second gen networks could go down. Example, Ethereum revenue last year 280 million expenses, 2.5 billion Solana. All these alts non-profitable, rely on their treasuries, trading their coin. It's tough. It's tough for altcoins. You talking about a cloudy future? Oh, don't get no cloudier than an altcoin. I'm talking about whew, altcoins are going to have a tough dig. It's going to be hard for altcoins to dig themselves out of the ditch that they're in. That's a good word. The ditch. Altcoins are in the ditch. I'm talking about a future that's cloudy. Oh man, altcoins, shit. Because the confidence of the investors, especially when it pertains to altcoins, very low. A lot of people don't trust altcoins. They've had bad experience with altcoins, and they have lost boatloads of money in altcoins. Expectations were very high. A lot of these altcoin developers came out promising big dreams. This coin is going to do this. This coin is going to be used for that. As soon as we launch this, this is going to happen. This amount's going to be locked up. Um, I'm talking about whatever you could think of, they were saying it. And as you can see, the markets continue to squeeze. These promises never came to fruition. So altcoins going to have a tough time getting the confidence back to a decent level to where it could um, start to build itself back up. But it's going to be a process, and it's not going to happen in the bear market. Dollar cost averaging is one of the best things that I will be doing in the bear market. Buying these coins while they're low, buying these coins while nobody believe in them. Man, I can't wait. Give me a couple more months. Give me a couple more months. How I did in 2022 when I found them plays that did 100x. I'm gonna do the same thing in 2026. If you over there in the Patreon, I'm gonna be dropping the plays. Take a look at this one. Take a look at that one. Trying to find the next AIOZ network. Trying to find the next Pendle. Trying to find the next XCN, the next Turbo coin. Gonna do it all over again. We're gonna do it all over again. Run the same plays you ran last time. Playbook gonna be executed. Helmets on as always. So we're gonna rock and roll. I can't wait. Give me a couple more months. Let's see who else we got rocking and rolling. He said these networks need to real use cases to generate sustainable revenue. They're not doing it as of now. That's what I just said. That's what I just said. A lot of these coins came out and declared that they are RWAs, classify me as RWA, real world asset. Okay. Where are you being used at in the real world? How are you an asset in the real world? Like you said, they're not doing it as of now. Well, if you're not doing it as of now, do not declare yourself it. Do not declare yourself as a RWA if you're not doing it as of now. Once you start doing it, once you become a real world asset, then declare yourself that. Where's the clarity at? Do they need me to come down to the White House and sign it? Where's the clarity at so we can get some clarity on what is a RWA? Which coins can be listed as a real world asset? Hmm. What's taking so long for the clarity at? But great catch. Awesome catch for sure. Hit that like button, y'all. Get them likes up a little bit. See what else we got rocking and rolling with us today. Craig B say quantitative ended, and Jerome gave the banks billions to stay in the green. Red flag of the system. More chaos, more corruption. More chaos, much more corrupt. Doug 7696, what is going on, my man? Doug say XCM will make me a millionaire this year. Shouts out to Doug. You have to be confident. You have to do your research in the plays that you're in. You got to have conviction. You got to believe that your play is that one. Shouts out to Doug. He's standing on XCN, and rightfully so. XCN could be that big bad boy. XCN could be him. But you have to declare that. The research you've done in the various plays. So shouts out to my man Doug. See what else we got rocking and rolling. Super chat in the house. Shout out to the super chat, man. Crypto Shark, man, I appreciate you, man. The kind gesture. I appreciate the super chat, man. For a minute, I ain't seen a super chat in a couple of weeks. I figured everybody was broke. I figured everybody's portfolio was beat up. They couldn't even send a $2 super chat. I said, okay, it's all good. Portfolios beat up, Bitcoin beat up. Ain't nobody gonna send no super chat. But shouts out to my man Crypto Shark for being such a kind individual, kind gesture. I appreciate you always supporting the Stock Holiday channel, my brother. He said, Coach, I'm a DCA in slow, only on red days, and fear and greed under 10. This is the best time to buy. We are unstoppable. You ain't never lied about that, my brother. Dollar cost averaging in slow, like I say, don't DCA all in at one time. If we didn't learn anything from 2024, 2025, it was to not go all in on one particular dip. Because in 2025, we saw that stuff dip. We were dollar cost averaging, and guess what? The dip kept dipping. A lot of folks saying, Coach, I ain't got no more dry powder. I can't buy this next dip. Taking the lessons that we learned from 2025, placing them in 2026 so we can dominate. Yeah, we're in a bear market, but we still have an opportunity to dominate. Don't give up. Keep your head up. Keep your chest up. And we're going to continue to rock and roll. We're going to continue to make crypto great again. Let's see who else we got. He said we're unstoppable. We are unstoppable, man. Uh-oh. There we go. Yeah, we're unstoppable, man, because the 4-year cycle, we holding on to it. We're in a bear market like we're supposed to be. So it shouldn't be any shock. It shouldn't be any surprise. The fact that Bitcoin is declining, altcoins are declining right now in 2026. This is exactly what is supposed to be happening. So I'm okay with that. I'm cool with that. I'm going to accumulate. This is the year of accumulation. Same way we did in 2022. So I'm not panicking, not afraid. Like I say, this is the best time to buy. We're unstoppable. Shouts out to my man Crypto Shark for the super chat, man. Let's see who else we got rocking and rolling with us tonight. Soul of Hefe, what is going on? He said, I just bought more XCN today. XCN is in the house. Dougie Fresh bought some XCN. Soul of Hefe bought some XCN. He said, I DCA XCN every day, stake and bake. It is more than one way to skin a cat. You can stake it, making a little extra money on the side. Craig Beach say RWA, real world arseholes. Man, when RWA coins, they started talking about RWA coins and real world assets. I said, hold up, man, are they just feeding us these wild narratives, trying to give us new narratives every cycle. They say, hold up, you got a real use case. I said, what? Where? In what case is it being used in? But everybody was buying it and still buying it. So you got to show me until I can see these cryptocurrencies being used in a real world case scenario. Man, you're not an RWA. Free the Clarity Act. Sign the Clarity Act. But obviously, they don't want to get the Clarity Act signed for a reason. So let's see who else we got rocking and rolling with us on this wonderful Thursday evening. Shouts out to the OGs from the original Thursday Night Live Stock Holiday Show. Coffee and relaxing. What is going on? Would you say Bitcoin is going into the stratosphere? What does that mean? Bitcoin is going into the stratosphere. What does that mean? That can mean a few different things. Break it down. Let me know what you're talking about. Bitcoin is going into the stratosphere. It's definitely doing that. But what is your definition of stratosphere? Just give it to me. He said, how awesome it would be, Coach. You at the White House with President Trump when signing the Clarity Bill. I've been hollering at Tony Trump. Tony Trump might come on the live tonight. Tony Trump, get me up in there. Let me have a sit down, a one-on-one at the big round table with the Donald. Let me look him straight in his eyes and let him know I'm the coach. I could call the play, Donald. Where the clarity papers at? What a clarity act. I might change a little bit. Scratch this out, scratch that out. But let me sit down at the round table with Donald, and I might be able to bring some back to the brothers and sisters from the cryptocurrency community because we have been getting destroyed and taken advantage of for too long. We need a representative. We need an in-house representative, and I would love for that to be me. Let me get down there to that White House, have a sit down with Donald Trump. See who else we got. Shouts out to Thorazon0076. I appreciate the super chat. It is always good to see my people show support. Always good to see the kind gestures, man. I appreciate the continuing support of the Stock Holiday channel. Appreciate the super chat. Shouts out to Thorazon0076. Wish I had that noise that say yeah, but we need that Clarity Act, man. So if I need to put out some type of ballot, put my name on there, see how many people can sign it. Say, Donald Trump, man, sit down with this brother. I'm signing my name. See how many signatures I can get. Wonder how many signatures I can get. Donald Trump say, man, you bring me 10,000 signatures, you sit down with me. I wonder how many signatures I can get. Let me sit down and discuss the Clarity Act, the do's and the don'ts. Because we need a representative. Retail investors never have any representatives. The man on the bottom, the small guys, never have anybody really representing them. And it's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. Only the rich get represented. Guys like and gals like you and I, we don't have a representative. They say they're there to represent us, but come on now. You gotta put some real life individuals up there to represent the folks on that level. We need true representation. Let's see who else we got rocking and rolling with us. He said, Craig B, so true. It's a snake oil market. There are only a handful that will survive. To me, it's all about the tech and the foundation that runs it. Technology for sure. Artificial intelligence is going to run rampant in the future, and it's running rampant right now. So don't get caught without it. He said one of Coach's ladies was hitting him up. Boy, did you see the number? Hopefully it didn't pop on the screen. That's hella funny. All my dollars are going to XCN ahead of Goliath blockchain launch any day with built-in burn. XCN. XCN has a huge community. XCN is on the move too. I like XCN. We made a lot of money at XCN. Black Reacher said, I need Bitcoin to make a small move above $71,000. Take altcoins, then Bitcoin and dominance falls back, then bounce near 100,000 altcoin season, and Bitcoin falls into hibernation. Sound like you got to play, man. If we could ever see an altcoin season again, is that a thing of the past? Is that a thing? Some people have never experienced the altcoin season. Mm. And some of us who have experienced the altcoin season have very mixed emotions about it because we didn't quite understand it as much as we wish we would have understood it. Nevertheless, it was a beautiful thing to witness, to be involved in, to experience an altcoin season. That is something like you will never ever witness in your life. Seeing masses of amounts of money being made, it still seemed unbelievable. At the time, it didn't feel real. Nevertheless, hopefully we can rekindle altcoin season. Hopefully we can get that feeling again. Hopefully we can get those pumps back into our portfolios. Like the fellas used to say in the Mac movie. You seen the Mac? He said, "Man, you got mumps in your pocket." Man, we trying to get our portfolio looking like they got mumps in it. Like, hold up, man. You up 15% again today? Mm-hmm. See what else we got rocking and rolling with us. Yeah, Bitcoin can make a small move here and there, but like I said, we just have to be content and understand that we are in a bear market. So let it play out. Let it play out. Let it run its course. Um, as the bear market run its course, then our time will come. You know, it's a patience thing. It is a patience thing. It's hard to be patient though, but that is necessary. He said, I hear you, I need coins that make money to whisper sweet nothings. For sure. XCN, Honest Coin, Goliath blockchain white paper is no joke. Goliath about to change the game for world global payments. Man, once we get that one or two or three coins that really gets blended in with the global payment mechanism, right? This XRP, XCN, or some other coin, that's going to be it. That's going to be the coin that people are going to beat themselves up because they were either in it and they sold out, or they saw it and just never got any skin in the game. That's why I try to be as diversified as I can. Don't want to be over diversified, but some of these plays you really just have to have some skin in the game, because once these things take off, you're going to miss the boat. You will miss the boat literally. So will it be XCN Honest Coin? Will it be XRP? Will it be XLM? Stellar? Who knows? He said, be careful. Don't put too much in the pot. Research XCN thoroughly. Track the wallets, etc. Find out where the money is going when the price drops. Excellent, excellent, excellent comments. Definitely track some of those wallets. That's what I was doing. I was on whatever. What website is that? One of the websites where you could track the wallets. Looking at these wallets, I'm like, okay, well, I see this big whale. He in this play, he making moves. Let me see what other plays he in. So I saw some of the other plays he was in. I'm like, man, let me get into some of his other plays and monitor those. You know, I'm trying to follow the big money. I'm trying to see which plays they in, because a lot of time they be in the plays before they pump. They get into those plays early before these plays really come to the mainstream. They already in them. They get into those plays early. That's what I'm trying to get early. Get into some plays early. Get some 10Xs, some 100Xs. Peter Morton, what's going on with you, young man? Shouts out to Peter Morton. Welcome to the Thursday Night Live Stock Holiday Show. This is the old school Thursday Night Live Stock Holiday Show. Dougie Fresh say, Coach, what are your thoughts on best wallet token? Pre-sale, everyone talked about it. Now it's live. No one talks about it anymore. Price is way down from pre-sale. Debit card soon. Well, I just talked about that maybe 5 minutes ago. Cryptocurrency without rules and regulations is what we're dealing with. It's the wild, wild west. These developers of these coins come out and tell us whatever it is that we want to hear. They tell us whatever it is that we want to hear that will make us embrace it. That'll make us really believe that this coin is really going to have some type of debt payment plan, that this is the best wallet token, that the pre-sale is the best thing. If you buy it right now at the pre-sale, once it launched, you're going to benefit because you bought the quote-unquote pre-sale. Doggone coin get launched, the price go lower than it was in the pre-sale. Come on now. Come on now. Without a Clarity Act, without rules and regulations, this is what you get. Developers coming out, starting coins, buy the pre-sale. Give you access to buy the pre-sale. Nobody will ever get it this low. Oh, let me get it low. Because when we get launched and when it really go live, the price gonna shoot up. Cryptocurrency without a Clarity Act. Cryptocurrency without rules and regulations is this. That's what we're dealing with. That's why when I mentioned the future is very cloudy, oh, come on now. Because there are tons of coins like this. There are tons of developers out there like this. These guys got money. These guys are making money. I don't know if you ever been in a pyramid scheme. Probably can't even say that on YouTube. But back in the day, how much can I say? I probably can't even talk about it, but cryptocurrency is cold. Cryptocurrency is cold. So, Dougie Fresh, that's all that is. You have to vet these plays to the T. And when you vet these plays, you can't just go off what they're telling you. Can't just go off their websites, their social medias, because they're going to tell you that the grass is green. This is the best thing since sliced bread. You need to buy it right now. Not only buy it now, but you need to buy it right now. Buy something for your mama, buy something for your daddy, buy something for your kids. It is a cold game that we are in right now. So that's all that is, man. These plays, you got to watch them. Black Reacher, what is going on? He said Bitcoin going to make a move here in a week, early March. That's very interesting, brother Reacher. Because, like I say, we are, 5 straight months of red? Soon and very soon, we're going to see that relief rally. Soon and very soon, we're going to see Bitcoin pop. You see how Bitcoin popped yesterday? Bitcoin popped from $63,000 to it touched $70,000. That was one day. Will March be that month that Bitcoin grants us its first green month in 5 months? I'm talking about a drought. Bitcoin altcoins have been on a drought. But that's normal. That's what's supposed to be happening during a bear market. We're supposed to be seeing red months, but not this many red months. Not back to back to back to back to back. I thought 3 red months, quarter 4, October, November, and December was red. I said, oh, January has to be explosive. Boom. January started off well, came down with a nasty decline. I said, okay, maybe February will do something different. Look what we have here. A couple of more days, March, right? We got about 2 or 3 more days. And we'll be in the 6th month where a decision will be made. Will we have 6 consecutive months of red? I think March going to be green. I don't think we can go down forever, right? I don't think Bitcoin can go down forever, right? I don't think Bitcoin is a best wallet token. I don't think Bitcoin needs to be bought on a pre-sale. I think Bitcoin is okay, but as Bitcoin goes, the cryptocurrency market goes. So we need Bitcoin to be solid. We need Bitcoin to stabilize. But this is a bear market, so we okay. We understand that the volatility is going to be there. But when we do start to recover, can you imagine having 1 week like we saw yesterday? That one day yesterday brought out so many positive emotions. Imagine having 1 week where the market is just green. Oh, you talking about FOMO, fear of missing out? People buying like they never bought before. When's the last time we seen positive moves in cryptocurrency? It's been a long time. That's why every little piece of green that we get, it feel like altcoin season. Yesterday felt like altcoin season. That was just one day. Then the next day, they'll take it away. But that one day, it feels so refreshing. I mean, yesterday, I was in an awesome mood. I said, ooh, that feel good. Been a long time since I felt like that. What will March look like? Will March gives us a couple of weeks of some green positive movements? Can we finally see our first green month in Bitcoin in almost half a year? I'm talking about, oof. When you say it like that, you're like, golly, that's a long time. Even in previous bear markets, you see 1 month here or there that's green. I'm talking about 5 consecutive red months. Roughest bear market that we've seen. We thought 2022 was rough. Oh, 2022 ain't got nothing. Well, 2022 was rough because we went from 69,000, we cut that in half to 35K, and we took that 35K and we cut that 35K in half to $16,000. So 2022, hands down, was nasty. So yeah, we can't compare. And 2026 feels horrible, but when you compare it to 2022, you can't compare it to 2022. It just feels so wrong. 2026 feels so wrong because 2025 never exploded. At least in 2022, we had a 2021 altcoin season. So different movements, nevertheless, yeah, a little bit different. See what else we got rocking and rolling with us tonight. Thorazan 0070 76 I'll check on XCN. I need to see a docs team, founders, interviews, backers, etc. Usually you can't find them on projects designed to liquidate your money. Outstanding comment. Outstanding note. That is how you vet a coin. That's how you vet a play. Thorazan say, I'm going to check on XCN for sure, but I need to see the docs team. Founders, interviews, backers, etc. Usually you cannot find them on projects that are designed to make you exit liquidity. So profound, so real. If you don't hear anything else tonight, that is a real comment. That's real. Shouts out to Thorazan 0076. Craig Beach say, pump and dump Doug. That's the game. That's why I said be careful out there. Definitely, you see the markets go up and then they come right back down. That's why it's best to buy when it's low. Don't be chasing nothing. Don't chase it when it go up. He said they say what they need to say to get. Hey, they say what they need to say to get your bread. They say what they need to say to make you break bread. He said Coach used to sell Avon back in the 80s. The brother knows about pyramid schemes. Man, Avon. Man, they used to have Avon sales, Tupperware sales. Then they had, of course, in the barbershops, the guys used to come through with the numbers. You pick numbers, or they come through with the football cards, the sports cards, and then the one guy come through with his little pyramid paper. Man, back in the day, it was hustles. Back in the day, we was doing cryptocurrency. It just wasn't called cryptocurrency. Back in the day, we was doing cryptocurrency. It just wasn't called cryptocurrency. For sure. Dougie Fresh said, man, if this is your first time rocking with your boy, Stock Holiday, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button so you can stay tapped in and alerted every time we go live. We always do that pop-up live. You just never know when we going to go live. But if you don't have that notification bell hit, you're going to miss out. Solar Hefe say Luna and FTX crash both. Lunar eclipse is March 3rd. 33 is a lunar eclipse. Lunar and FTX did the fool the last cycle. Boy, that was a huge cryptocurrency scandal, man. Terra Luna, I made so much money with Terra Luna. I think I was buying Terra Luna at $5. That damn thing went up. I think I started selling it with like $80. I think it went all the way to 110, something like that. Then it came crashing down. I said, what? That thing got to 0.000. I mean, it was ridiculous. And then when it got low, we started buying it again, and we was making multipliers. It'll dip down hella low. The next day it'll run up, so we was selling. It was a mess. It was chaos. FTX and Terra Luna. Oof. Sure don't miss them days. Levon Lawrence, what is going on with you, young man? Welcome to the Thursday Night Live Stock Holiday Show. Brother Lawrence say, I just got off work. What's good, stock? Not a lot, man. Just kicking back. Another Thursday day, getting it in, paying attention to the market, paying attention to how Bitcoin pumped and popped yesterday. Altcoins looked like we had an altcoin season yesterday. A lot of excitement in the market yesterday. Everybody was in a great mood. Every time you see Bitcoin pump, you see altcoins pump, everybody get bullish. Everybody get excited. And then the next day, womp, womp, womp. We come right on back down. Say, come on back on. Give me that. Give me all that I gave you yesterday. How much I gave you yesterday? Okay, let me get that back. You didn't sell? You mean you can't? Let me get that back. Let me take that for you. Old cryptocurrency. But this is the bear market, so we're not tripping. We're not tripping, and we're not going to chase. When the market's pumped like it did yesterday, we're not going to chase the greens. Yeah, I know XCN was up. Yeah, I know Solana was up. Everything was up in green yesterday. We are not going to chase. If you wasn't buying it when it was beat down, you wasn't buying it in the red, do not stick your neck out there and buy it in the green. This is not financial advice. Anything I say is not a suggestion for you to buy, hold, or sell any crypto. This video is strictly for educational and entertainment purposes only. Before investing into anything, please consult with a professional financial advisor. But movements are happening all over the place. The cryptocurrency market has so much uncertainty around it. Volatility is at an all-time high. As you can see, the young man just described and talked about a project that had a pre-sale listing. So many people have got caught up with these so-called pre-sale listings. Sounds good. In theory. Ideal. In theory. If there wasn't jokers behind it. If we didn't have the mass manipulation. If we had rules and regulations that could be prevented. What was David Sachs supposed to do? What was Donald Trump administration supposed to do? What type of protection was supposed to be placed around the Bitcoin and cryptocurrency investors. We didn't see that. We haven't seen that. It's been a year. What is going on? What is going on? They got the next Bitcoin conference coming up in a couple of months. I think it's going to be empty. Who's going to want to be at the Bitcoin conference? Especially with all of what cryptocurrency investors have been going through over the past year, over the past 2 years. Who want to go to a Bitcoin conference? What are you going to tell me? Last Bitcoin conference, we saw publicized. Donald Trump was there telling us how he was going to make Bitcoin great again. He gonna be the crypto president, all this other stuff, and we know what happened after that. Will Donald Trump be at the next Bitcoin conference? Will you be at the next Bitcoin conference? Do you even care about the Bitcoin conference? See who else we got rocking and rolling with us tonight. Throws on say, can network tokenization RWA seem to have been chosen by the USA Finance Institution? It's not XRP, good for cross-border payment. Ripple and XRP are not the same. Ripple sells its XRP. Beware. That is true. Cat Network. I know my boy Craig Beats been talking about CC Cat Network for a while. Cat Network is new on the blockchain scene, but they've been around for a while. But you look at the market cap of Cat Network, I think we talked about it a few weeks ago. It is about, XRP is probably about 10 times the size of CC Cat Network, maybe 15 times the size. So Cat Network can still make great gains as far as getting close to XRP. If XRP start to pump, can you imagine what a play like CC Cat Network would do? So even though Cat Network, the market cap is billions right now, things can multiply very fast. Things can multiply very fast once the market really starts to scale up. Once we get through this bear market, Cat Network is new on the scene. So will that be one of the new plays that we should be paying attention to? One of the new plays that have never experienced a bull market. So that's one of the plays that we're paying attention to. A lot of people is paying attention to CC Cat Network. Organic production. What is going on with you, my brother? He said, what's good? Big stock, it's almost that time to stay accumulating 2 more months. This is definitely the accumulation time right now. Almost time to start. Yeah, definitely we are in accumulation zone, if you ask me. Craig B said Canton was chosen 11 years ago, and before there was a coin. People forget cryptocurrency is just a byproduct of blockchain it was built on. Craig B, he got his CC Cat Network information down to a T. Thorazon said, yep, Canton was building for 11 years, just launched. I did not know about it until it climbed the market cap. It's built to meet GDPR requirements. Y'all doing a hell of a job of selling that Cat Network. They may need to come hire y'all, man. They may need to come hire y'all to be the CC Cat Network representatives. Come on and hire Thorazon and Brother Craig Beats. Dougie Fresh, I wish everyone massive wealth this year. DCA and hold the line. Patience always wins buying in the bear market. Couldn't have said it better. Buying in a bear market and having patience is part of the recipe. Let me add 2 eggs. Let me add a little bit of sugar. Let me buy in a bear market and let me put a little bit of patience in there. Let me stir it all up. Let me stir it all up, man. That is an awesome recipe. He said, yeah, they built it with the banks to their specifications. Very interesting. He said, not a ton of info out about Canton. Influencers do not know yet. They don't really care about retail. They only care about the financial market. I dug deep on the research the last few weeks. Canton does not. Craig Beats said, I'm gonna need a 7-figure salary. Well, hey, they got it. What their market cap? 6, 7 billion. 7 figure nothing. They give you $101,000 a year. If you out here in the Bay Area in San Francisco, you can still apply for what they call it. You still apply for food stamps if you make $100,000 out here. You can still apply for food stamps in the Bay Area if you make $100,000. So yeah, they'll pay you 100K. Kenton Network, the new representative, Craig Beats. Let your boy Stock Holiday get up in there in the White House. Holler at Donald Trump. We get the Clarity Act straight. Craig Beats, Thorazon, they over there at the CC Kenton Network working to get that situated so we can get these financial borders and cross borders and things situated. I'm over there with Donald Trump, Tony Trump, trying to get the Clarity Act stabilized, trying to get it written and represent the small guy, represent the retail investors. Man, we come together, we could really do something. We could really do something. 6 figures a year, $100,000 salary. Sign me up. Sign me up. Application submitted. Yeah, but it's just a tough time that we're in. But don't freak out because this is a bear market. So, like you say, relax, be a little bit patient. Dollar cost average in where possible. Don't chase the top. These are some of the fundamentals that you have to have. You have to have these fundamentals before these things happen because if you don't, you'll see the market pump like it did yesterday and you'll buy the top because you didn't have these fundamentals in place. You didn't have this embedded in your head that I'm not going to fall in it. I see it's pumping. I'm not going to chase. But if you have that on your vision board, do not chase the green. You see a green day, you say, okay, I see what's happening. I'm not going to chase it. Also, dollar cost averaging in the red. You'll see the market crash. You'll panic. You mess around and start selling. When you see the crash, dollar cost average in, that is when you buy. Buy in the red. Buy low. Don't chase the highs. Don't chase the greens. Just some of the basic fundamentals that you have to have in your mind. You have to have these in your mind and be ready because when it happens, you'll panic and do the opposite. You'll panic and do and make the wrong move. So we learned a lot in 2025. We got to make sure that we take that knowledge, take that information as we move throughout and continue our journey in cryptocurrency because it's not over. This is just the beginning. The bear market is the beginning. The bear market is the beginning of the cycle. We're just in the beginning. Yeah, it's going to be some bumps and some bruises in the beginning. Remember when you first began to ride a bike? How many times you fall in the beginning? That was the bear market. Remember when you first learned how to drive a car? That was the bear market. Am I hitting the gas too fast? Am I going to bump the car next to me? I got to get on the freeway? That's the bear market. Scared. Look at all these big trucks. No, I'm not going to get in the fast lane. That's the bear market. But remember, once you start cruising, after you got through that doggone bear market, you're able to go 65, 75 miles per hour on the freeway. You're able to turn the music on now. Getting used to it, getting comfortable, ready for the bull market. Bull market comes, you press the cruise control button, music up, chilling, driving with one hand. That's the doggone bull market. We're in a bear market right now, so it's supposed to be bumpy. It's supposed to be scary and tough. See what else we got rocking and rolling with us as we navigate through this bear market. Okay, Thorazon say, okay, I see Craig Beats, he down with the Kenton Network. Hey, what else? What other plays you got rocking and rolling, Craig? Since you the Kenton CC Network representative, What other plays you rocking and rolling with? Bitcoin $67,000. Ethereum just above $2,000. Stock market popped off real good today. Then towards the end, it came down a little bit. Always got the weird movements like that. Bitcoin $67,419. Down 1.5%. Ethereum 2,028. Solana $86.65. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Excuse me. So was $60,000 the bottom? One of the brothers said Bitcoin is going to go to $12,000. When? What year will Bitcoin go down to $12,000? Was $60,000 the bottom? Solana is looking. Solana is looking so good. Bitcoin down $758 and one. Mm, Chart's not looking bad. Was $60,000 the bottom? Because, like I say, we're getting ready to enter into March. The market is not going to go down every month. We're 5 months straight red. The market is not going to go down forever. Market's not going to go down forever. So I'm taking a look and I'm looking at the $60,000 Bitcoin bottom and I'm saying, was that the bottom? What we be seeing in March? I think we're gonna see a green March. Just that one day yesterday was green. Bitcoin went from 63 to $70,000, up $6,000 or $7,000 in one day. Altcoins looked like we had a one-day altcoin season yesterday. The market was so exciting. Everybody was in a good mood from one day of pumping. I believe March is going to be exciting. March might be that month to where a lot of people get reeled in. We might hit $80,000 in March. Say in March we start off at $68,000. If we could touch $80,000 or finish with $80,000 in March, got to be our green month. So I think March will be the first green month that we will see in almost a half a year. So that's going to bring out a lot of excitement. It's going to bring out a lot of hoopla. Be careful of some of the plays that's going to come out there. They're going to be playing on your emotions. Do not allow these coins to play with your emotions. Vet these plays as deep as you can. Don't let them just tell you anything. Say, I'm listening, but now let me go ahead and verify. That's what one thing I loved about Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan used to come into the schools, tell us just say no, him and Nancy Reagan. They had the dare programs, just say no to drugs. They doing all kind of side stuff on the side with Oliver North and the weapons and the Iran scandal. But one thing Ronald Reagan used to say, he said, trust but verify. If you don't get nothing else from Mr. Ronald Reagan, boy, those are words to live by. So when these cryptocurrency plays come out here and they telling you they can do this, they can spin backwards, they can do 15 flips at one time, and say, okay, trust. I might trust you, but I'm going to verify. Where can I go read about that at? Not reading on your platform, not reading on your social media sites, but where else is that notated at? That's why we need the Clarity Act so bad. That's why we need rules and regulations in cryptocurrency so bad. But You have to be the CEO of your own portfolio. You have to vet these plays out as deep as you can. Trust, but verify. So we're gonna continue to move through this cryptocurrency space. It is getting more exciting as time goes further. If we see a green month of March, man, things are really going to start to escalate very, very fast. See what else we got rocking and rolling with us tonight. Hey, Craig B say he ain't holding nothing. He said you know a lot of he said you know a bit for not holding anything. Oh, that is hilarious. Boy, you know a whole lot for not having nothing. He said, but I know what I'm gonna buy in 18 months besides the new coins. Oh, that is hilarious. Ooh, boy, y'all be having me rolling. He said it's a bear, and we got a lot more downside. I'm not holding the dip that keeps on dipping. Craig B said he gonna wait till it hit $12,000. So Craig B's probably gonna be holding until we get back to the future. When was the last time Bitcoin was 12K? Oh, 2020. Last time Bitcoin was $12,000 was 2020. Back to the Future, Michael J. Fox. Who else was in Back to the Future? Craig B said he want to star in Back to the Future. Take you back to 2020. He said, take me through there. Let's see who else we got rocking and rolling with us tonight, man. Thorazon say right now I only hold ICP, but I'm waiting for a Black Swan event. I'll buy Canton. I think our Black Swan event was last year with the Liberation Day, the tariffs. I think that was our Black Swan event for this cycle. Right now, 2022, we're just in a traditional bear market. So, think we're going to recover. Accumulating stage. Right now, we're just accumulating, figuring things out, not going to get too exciting. Probably going to see a little bit of a pump next month in March. People are going to be saying the bear market is over, and maybe it will be, maybe it is. But that's the importance of dollar cost averaging in. If the market, say worst case, best case scenario, $60,000 was the bottom. Say March get us through $85,000. What if we never see $60,000 again? What if? That's the importance, in my opinion, of dollar cost averaging. Let's see who else we got rocking and rolling with us tonight. ICP, huh? Craig B said he gonna wait to the end of summer to at least buy. From then until the end of 2027, I'll be buying. 2028, I'm gonna start selling little but little. Dougie Fresh say Miss President Reagan the GOAT. Nancy Reagan, Nancy Reagan was that girl. Nancy Reagan was the truth. Even though when Ronald Reagan was going through his Alzheimer's, he was sitting up there at the podium, didn't know he was supposed to be talking, didn't know what he was going to be saying. Nancy Reagan was holding him down, boy. Shouts out to Nancy Reagan. Craig Beats say, but I mean, damn, I don't understand how people are round tripping, knowing damn well 99% of these coins will not do half the all-time high next cycle, and they probably bought the top. Somebody always buy the top. Somebody always buy the excitement. FOMO, the fear of missing out. All-time high, I think it's going to go higher. I see it all the time in the DJing where I see these coins pump, the excitement come in, they hit all-time high, people still buying it. It's going higher and higher. Then you see it dip, you see people selling. I mean, interesting, very interesting, but happens over and over, time and time again, coin and coin again. We see the same things take place. So Um, Definitely got to know when to buy, when to hold, and when to sell. Very important. Only way to make money is to sell. They sold us on hodling. They sold us on holding on forever. We got wrecked. Now we walk around with helmets and seatbelts. Toe up from the flow up. Got wrecked left and right. Falling for the ooh-ahs. Once you know better, you do better. We learned a lot in 2024 and 2025. Now we know a little bit better. We expect and plan on doing a little bit better. Plan on strategizing a little better, like my man Craig B said. You know what? I'm gonna sit it out till the summertime. Sit it out till the summertime. I'm gonna start to buy a little bit. 2027, I'm gonna beef up my buying. 2028 might start selling. Having a plan, very important. Having a plan before things take place is very important. Don't wait till disaster comes to try to put a plan in place. Don't wait till the bull market come to try to put a plan in place. You want to be prepared prior to these things occurring. See what else we got rocking and rolling out the Craig Beach say BNB, Bitcoin, and I think Tron are the only ones that hit at least 50% more from the previous all-time high. Nasty work. Real estate, quick flip mentality. Yeah, not a lot of coins did more than their all-time high. Shit, a lot of coins just to hit their all-time high seem to have been a success. If your coin hit an all-time high, that was a success. That's why 2025 came up so short. Excuse me. These coins were supposed to double, triple what the previous all-time highs were. Ethereum was supposed to at least get to 8,000, and that wasn't even double in its previous all-time high. So 2025, we got the air let out of us. That's why people was holding on and continue to hold. They say, hell no, I ain't selling right now. Ethereum ain't even hit $5,000. Sell what? It ain't popped off yet. Maybe it's gonna pop off in January 2026. We see what happened. Maybe it's gonna pop off in February 2026. Let me go ahead and hold past the fourth quarter. October didn't do nothing. November 2025 didn't do nothing. December 2026, 2025, Santa Claus rally didn't occur. No relief rally. Let me go ahead and hold to January 2026. Maybe it's going to be delayed. Maybe the cycle has been extended. Mm. Got destroyed. Going against the grain. See what else we got rocking and rolling with us. On Jax1, what's going on with you, man? He say, well on plan. He said, well, our plan was to be rich by now. Yep. That was the plan for 2025. I promise you. I promise you. The way I had my portfolio set up, 2025, boy, I was supposed to be that dude. I ain't gonna lie. Quarter four, 2025, I was supposed to be him on everything. Boy, hey, I had things already planned. I'm like, I had stuff already sketched out as far as what I was gonna do with the riches. Man, if that 2025 altcoin season would have happened, boy, the way my portfolio was set up, golly, on everything. But it did happen. Hey, well, they say everything happens for a reason and don't happen for a reason. So it is what it is. But man, I sure wish uh, 2025 would have 2025 like it was supposed to. Shouts out to Own Jacks One for um, letting us know that our plans tanked, that our plans to be rich by now didn't occur. Throw his on say, by the way, ICP launched a proposal that will pass through its governance model mission called Mission 70. Will cut token inflation by 70%, Caffeine AI bringing more devs. Burning more ICP will make it deflationary. Man, I don't know about that, bro. All that sound like a bunch of wordplay. Please be careful. Peter Morton say, do you think Tau or virtuals will reach new all-time highs? That's a good question. Both of those plays are very interesting plays. Tau has a great community. Virtuals performed well last cycle. I haven't looked at them in a while. I could pull them up in the charts, but both of those are very interesting plays. I know, huh, I'll take a look at those in a minute, but I know everybody loved Tao. Those on say deflation equals scarcity raises price for ICP. Okay. Then they sent Raul Paul, Tom Lee, Goofy look out here to sell people a bag of cut to hold a bag to be extra liquidity. Worked like a charm. Worked like a damn charm. Raul Paul. I know Raul Paul was like, boy, are they really believing that effing banana card? Raul Paul walking around with skinny jeans. I'm like, hold up, man. There's something about this brother. Something about this brother, man. Why he dressed like that? Telling us about a damn banana card. What we really doing? Sold it to us. Tom Lee coming out here. Bitcoin gonna hit 38 million. Woo. Every cycle they send them. Every cycle they send them. Work like a charm. James Lowry, what's going on with you, brother? Shouts out to James Lowry, 7769. He said Bitcoin will have another major drop in a couple of weeks. I don't think so. Not in a couple of weeks. I think we're going to have a baby push to the upside. Like I said, we was down October, November, December, January, February, 5 months. We was down 5 months straight. Soon and very soon, things gonna change. Probably have a pop in March, and then we might have that doom and gloom again in April. Well, they say sell in May and go away. We close to it. But it's a bull market. This is a bull market. But cryptocurrency, anything can happen. Any day, any particular moment, we can get it. 10, 10, 20, 25. Could be tomorrow. Could get hit with all out liquidation. Bitcoin be down to $52,000. We be sitting around with egg on our face. Talking about what the F happened. Conspiracy theories. Harvey Weinstein. Clarity Act. Mar-a-Lago. Diddy parties. I mean, they blame everything. They blame everything. Bitcoin conference. Every time Bitcoin conference come, market crash. All type of theories and conspiracies will be on the table. Jack says it's all good, brother. It will happen when it happens. There you go. It's gonna happen when it happens. Not gonna stress out about it. Not gonna panic. Not gonna freak out. It's gonna happen when it happens. Throw his on and say Raul Paul and Tom Lee have agendas. Raul Paul is paid behind the scenes. It sure seemed like it, but he did his job well. Raul Paul was sounding like he knew what the F he was talking about. I said, damn, okay. Damn banana curve looking. Man. Peter Morton saying, this is fast bear market if you want to call it that. Not really, man, because if you take a look at altcoins really didn't do well last year. Some altcoins barely made all-time high during the year when we were supposed to see parabolic pumps. So this is a strange bear market, to say the least. But focus on the Bitcoin cycle, I think, will do us better good than focusing on what altcoins are doing. Had we trusted just the Bitcoin cycle, which is the only thing that has a cycle, altcoins don't have a cycle. Bitcoin is the cycle that we need to really be focused on. The 4-year Bitcoin cycle. Had we focused on it, we'd have sold our altcoins in October, November. We would have been out had we focused on the 4-year Bitcoin cycle. Boy, I would have been exited. Overthinking the process. Like, hold up, man, nah, it can't be done yet. O ye of little faith. See what else we got rocking and rolling with us tonight. He say Tom Lee lost me when he said 20K Ethereum end of the year and it was October. If Mr. Miyagi don't sit down somewhere, man, they was throwing out some crazy claims, man. One dude said $400,000 Bitcoin. They was throwing out some crazy claims. That's why I'm like, come on, man, y'all tripping. But people was eating it up. James Lowry say Trump and Iran going to drop the market. I can see that. That's definitely an interesting narrative. I know they got all those doggone warships over there stationed in position. They start pressing them buttons, it's gonna go down. They start doing missile strikes and pressing them buttons, it's gonna get ugly. Gas prices gonna go up, eggs gonna go up, milk going up, and your portfolio's going down. $52,000 Bitcoin, $55,000 Bitcoin. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Yeah, I could definitely see that for sure. Craig Beach say throws on he was paid by Sui. He said it way back. What? Peter Morty say laughing my butt off. Skinny jeans talking about banana curd. Sounded like a funny fella, man. Am I lying? Boy walk around with skinny jeans. I'm like, legs crossed. I'm like, man, what is going on with my guy? He says Sui is backed by shady Middle Eastern investors running the treasury. Its tech doesn't offer anything new. That is so horrible. Raw Paul kind of are you a RuPaul kind of guy maybe? RuPaul, Raw Paul, okay, I get it. If quantitative easing don't hit in 2027, 2028, I'm completely out of alts. January 2029. Oh, that's funny. It ain't funny though, but cryptocurrency, how people just saying, I'm done. Talking about a cloudy future? Oh, how many people in 2025 threw their hat in? They said, you know what, I'm done. That happened in 2025. That was before all of the BS that we're experiencing right now. Craig Beach, he been in the market for a while. He said, you know what? All that quantitative easing and stuff they talking about, if it don't pop off 2027, 2028, I'm completely out January 2029. We're in 2026. He forecasting already 3 years from now. He already got his mind made up. I'm going to be patient. I'm going to give it 2, 3, 4 years. But if XYZ don't happen over the next 2, 3, 4 years, I'm done. I'm done. Moving on to the next. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, that's all on me. I can't blame nobody but myself. Shouts out to Craig, how about to say Craig Mack? Shouts out to Craig Mack for having this strategy prepared through 2029. Shouts out to Craig Mack for giving us the brand new flavor. No Diddy. James Lowry say, think about it. The economy is bad with the new data starting to come in, so Trump needs a war to point this to. Yeah, but they keep saying the economy's bad, even though the stock market is at an all-time high. But the people who are benefiting are the rich, the large institutions. Folks on the lower level, we are the ones who are struggling. Yeah, I'm looking at the S&P 500, and I'm like, damn, it's looking beautiful. And then I walk down the street, I'm like, nah, it's not matching up. I'm on the phone talking to people, I'm saying, no, it's not matching up. What's going on? Once again, the government is getting us with the flim flam, with the ooh ah. It's really looking like this, but they're giving us this. They want to make it appear like this, but it's really this. Masquerading, putting on makeup, making it appear to be one thing, but it's really this, is what we have been seeing for quite some time. We could walk around, we could feel it. We know what the economy is. We know what the markets are. And then you take a look at the S&P 500. You say, "Oh, this thing is great." Mm, tough situation that we are in. He said institutions are here without quantitative easing. Altcoin season is dead, but in late 2026 and 2027, sell in 2028, 2029. Hold Bitcoin a quarter for 2029. Yeah, I'm at 550 days before the Bitcoin halving. I'm loading up the boat. 550 days after Bitcoin halving, I am out. Ain't no ifs and buts about it. If I get it wrong, I get it wrong, but I'm sticking on that principle. 550-day principle. And that's it. That's it. Later on this summer, we going to the chalkboard. We going to the drawing board. Strategizing, looking for the next AIOZ network, looking for the next new Solana, buying these coins while they're beat down. You take a look at that pip and play PIPPIM for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 months. I'm talking about it's just flat, trading sideways. Then all of a sudden, bow. Looking for the next pippin. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna get ready to diversify. I'm gonna pick about 10 coins. All I need is one of them to pop. All I need is one. I put $1,000 in each one. One of them pop. I'm good. One of them doing 90x, 50x. I'm good. So I can't wait. That's what I'm excited about. As the time gets closer and closer, as we get further and further and deeper into this bear market, the further we go, the more closer we get to the bull market. The more closer we get to ending the bear market. Quantitative easing. What about bear market easing? Hmm. When's the bear market going to end? Where will the bottom be for 2026? We know the bottom is going to be in 2026. Just like the top was in 2025 as it was supposed to be. Bitcoin should not get higher than $126,000 in 2026. The 4-year Bitcoin cycle is so important. Don't even worry about altcoins. Don't worry about the altcoin cycle. Don't worry about altcoin season. See what else we got rocking and rolling with us. James Larry said they need retail to buy more Bitcoin, and more people will buy at 38K than at 60. Um, will more people buy at 38K? Well, history has always shown that retail investors don't buy cheap Bitcoin. Retail investors are not going to buy a $38,000 Bitcoin, just like they did not buy a $16,000 Bitcoin. Retail investors buy high. Now, large institutions will eat it up, but retail investors not going to buy a cheap Bitcoin. They never have. Unfortunately, they never have because $38,000 Bitcoin. Can you imagine the news headline? Can you imagine the headlines about cryptocurrency if Bitcoin was to hit $38,000? Oh, Bitcoin's going to zero. Bitcoin's a scam. This person over here just lost $100,000 in Bitcoin. All of the horrible doom and gloom news headlines will start to appear like it does every cycle. But those of us who've been in the market for a while, we kind of know what to look out for. Not our first rodeo. Um, Understand the betting system is very real. Research is very real. Ronald Reagan, trust but verify. Don't let these plays tell you any and everything. Verify what it is that they're telling you. They say that they're a real world asset. Have them verify. You verify it. Don't let them verify nothing for you. You verify. Trust but verify. They said that in the last bear market. Yeah, very interesting, man. Just see how things repeat. See how these cycles repeat. The same sentiments repeat. Different characters, same flow. Different characters, same cycle. Different characters, same movement. Last cycle we were talking about Terra Luna. What other plays? We were talking about different plays last cycle. This cycle is a whole different set of plays. Next cycle we're going to be talking about a whole different set of plays, but same cycle. Different plays. Last cycle there was no CC Cat Network. There was no SUI. So a lot of things move as the cycles further along. He said the biggest pump fake in crypto was convincing people to hold coins like they're stocks when they're really glorified commodities. Amen to that. Yep. XRP Army, HODL, oof, toxic. Cryptocurrency toxic. They gave us a lot of toxic information. But you know, cryptocurrency is brand new, so a lot of that stuff was sounding good. We trusted it, just didn't verify it. Caught us slipping. Let us make a little bit of money. We thought we was going to make a lot of money. We should have been cool and content with that little bit of money. Greed always wipe you out. Pigs get fat. Hogs get slaughtered. We wanted to continue to make more. Yeah, I know I just made 11x, but it's probably going to continue to go up. Now that $11,000 is sitting at $2,500. I knew I should have sold at $7,000. Knew I should have took it out at $6,000. Now I got $2,500. We all done been there. We all done been there. Uh-oh. Chosen one, 1066, say please speak louder. I ain't got my earpiece in today, man. So I'm on I ain't got my UAP in, so you probably can't hear me too good, my bad. Next week I'm gonna have that piece in, my man. Shouts out to the chosen one. Ain't nobody else said nothing about the volume. James Larry saying you get the time, pull up Bitcoin on the monthly chart and draw a trend line from 2017 until now, and Bitcoin has hit the top and bottom of trend line every time. Yeah, like I said, the cycle is there. The movements and consistency is there. The shy one said it sounds good. Maybe it's the brother's phone. Chosen one, turn your microphone up, man. Turn your phone up. Turn your TV up, brother. Turn your device up, man. Crank that thing up. Chosen one guy. Got water in his ear, y'all crazy. Yeah, but the trends are locked and loaded. Bitcoin continues to do what it has been doing, hitting the trends, right on target. He on that Obama phone. You know, Trump sabotaged all the Obama phones. You know what? Remember we used to see the brothers and sisters sitting out there with the tables in front of the Dollar Tree stores and in front of the Walmart stores, trying to have you sign up for the Obama phones. What's up with that? They don't do that no more. They don't give away the Obama phones no more. They still got Obamacare. I thought that was all part of Obamacare. I couldn't believe that. Boy, they started giving away free phones. I'm like, boy, you know that phone tapped. Everything better be legal on them phones. Fools going around here making illegal deals on the Obama phone, government phone. You might well get PPP. He said Trump gave him Obama phones to Israel. This boy is hilarious. Trump gathered up all the Obama phones and gave them to Israel. That sounds like something Trump would do, boy. Cold. Cold game, man. See what the market's looking like right now. Fear and Greed Index is at 16. Bitcoin is $67,206 right now. Ethereum $2,020. Solana is sitting at $86 right now. XRP $1.40. Okay. XRP is now the number fourth largest cryptocurrency coin in the world. BNB was just flipped. BNB is now number five. Don't slip on XRP. Do not slip on XRP. Remember, XRP was number three. Was it last year? XRP hit number three. It had flipped tether. XRP market cap 85 billion, 85.5 billion. Binance coin 85.2 billion. XRP just flipped Binance coin. Tether is $183 billion, the number third largest position. Ethereum $242 billion market cap, and Bitcoin $134 trillion market cap. All Ethereum got to do is a 4x, maybe a 5x to get past Bitcoin. That's a lot. But the way we see Ethereum move, can Ethereum finally flip Bitcoin? Last cycle, they was talking about the flipping it. Nobody has discussed the flipping it. Will the flipping it be XRP flipping Ethereum? Is that the new flipping it narrative? Is that a thing? XRP market cap $85 billion. Ethereum market cap $242 billion. All XRP has to do is a 3x, and it will be the second largest cryptocurrency in the world. It will flip Ethereum. XRP does a 3x. You're talking about, what is that? Two, one, what is that? $5? It's like a $5 XRP. XRP get the $5. What if we get some positive XRP news? We know XRP can run up 100% in one day. Wouldn't be surprised to see XRP $2.80, still below its all-time high. XRP is one of the bags that I really want to feel. The next time I see a dip on XRP, I think I'm gonna go in kind of heavy. I keep hearing about Canton Network, but XRP is the OG. XRP was the one that was really in cahoots with the banks, or any really doing partnerships with the banks from back in the day. So they got a little history. Talking about the flipping it. XRP just flipped Binance. $1.40 for XRP. Mm, it's heating up. It might not seem like it's heating up, but it's heating up. The market is really heating up. This is the time. This is the time to really be positioning. This is the time to really be strategizing. Paying attention to stuff like this. Oh, okay, XRP just flip Binance. Okay, that means something. It might not seem like it, but that is huge. Solana market cap, 48.69 billion. Number seven. Okay, paying attention to the movements. Bitcoin Cash is 9.57 billion right now. Number 11. I remember when Bitcoin Cash was like number 21 a few months ago. Canton Network number 14, $6.46 billion market cap. H bar number 21, 4.4 billion. Litecoin, $55, $4.27 billion market cap. Zcash, pump and dump. A1 pump and dump, $238 Zcash. Sui under $1, 93 cent Sui. Shiba Inu, a thing of the past for now. Will Shiba Inu recover? Will Shiba Inu ever rebound and recover? Exciting times to me. This is very exciting. Very fun. This is like a puzzle. I'm trying to put the pieces together. I'm taking a look at each piece. I'm trying to see which piece is a corner piece, which piece goes in the middle. Very fun time for me. All I got to do is get it right once and I'll be good. He said I'll buy XRP at 25 cents or 50 cents and sell it at $2.50 quick flip. Doubt it even hit $3 next cycle. Come on, Craig Beach, you don't really believe that. XRP? Come on, bro. The chosen ones say 20K XRP or 30K Sui. What? Oh, you gonna buy 20,000 XRP or you want to buy 30,000 Sui? That gotta be what he's saying. I'd rather buy 20K XRP. I know you're not saying the price gonna get to 20K. I'm confused. James Larry say I'm Canton Network. I'm out of XRP. Kita is a lot faster and cheaper than XRP. I've been hearing a lot about Kita lately. So is Kita and Canton the new XRP of the new cycle? I've been hearing a lot about Kita and Canton. He said, I hope Binance Coin drops to 250 to 300. You know, Binance Coin and CZ and, you know, Binance, they so full of it. COINBASE so full of it. All these cryptocurrency exchanges are so full of it. You see Robinhood now, they want to get a piece of the pie. They want to take advantage of people buying cryptocurrency. So they got tons and tons of altcoins listed right now. They look like a cryptocurrency exchange right now. I'm talking about cloudy future for cryptocurrency. Everybody wants a piece and wants to take advantage of cryptocurrency. Why? Because there are no rules. Imagine if I went to the playground, got on the basketball court, started playing basketball, and there was no rules. They say, hold up, man, you can't hold my hands. Why not? There's no rules. 2 points. Hold up, man, y'all see him holding my hands? Yeah, but it's not illegal. What are the rules? Where it say that at? What you mean? I can't have a pre-sale? I can't tell you that? Where it say that at? I can't pump it up and dump it on you? Where it say that at? No clarity at. No rules, no regulations. Y'all didn't want the SEC involved. Y'all didn't want Gary Gensler help. Y'all wanted Trump to get in there, right? He said he gonna fire Mr. Clarity Act. Gary Gensler probably was gonna give us the Clarity Act. Trump said, nope, get him out of there. Get him out of there. He trying to save crypto. He said, I'm willing to put money on it. XRP doesn't or barely hit $3 next cycle. The SEC labeling it a commodity was the only reason it pumped for this cycle. He said he willing to bet. Go to Kalshi. You could bet on Kalshi. Maybe I'll put that line item on Kalshi or put it on DraftKings. Bet XRP hit $3. Put a wager on how high you think Bitcoin will go. They need to start having wagers on cryptocurrency. I bet. James Lowry say Ripple held XRP to sell and buy what they needed to build Ripple hitting roads and becoming a bank. Privacy is safer and secure. Man, this stuff, it's a lot of moving parts, man. There's a lot of noise in the background that we can't see. There's a lot of deals being made in the background that we are not aware of. These guys are all in cahoots with each other, seem like. Kind of like politics, they come out and act like they don't like each other, but behind the scenes, these guys are cutting deals. Both sides making money. Only ones losing money are us. So that's why we just got to get it right. Get it right and get out. Get it right and get out. Man, I'll be buying it, bro. Kalshi, DraftKings, they got something betting on cryptocurrency. Man, man. Maybe I'll email them and let them know, man. Put a line item on some cryptocurrency. Give us some price targets. Cryptocurrency, we love to gamble. He said, I'm curious on what next Ethereum based meme will be. The new sheep and Pepe. Or the next Solana meme coin. The next bunk. Man, we've been through a lot. The meme coins. When Solana came with this first meme coin, we was like, oh man, this is the ish. Ethereum came with his first meme coin. Then all the Bitcoin, the base plays. I mean, they sold us all the raviolis. They sold us the spaghetti, the meatballs with no sauce. They sold us the bear, boy. Sold it to us. Hyperliquid is a good play. They actually make money for the coin. Yep, but tomorrow's Friday, another weekend going into cryptocurrency. Who knows how things will play out? Will we see a pump? Ending the month of February. Next week is March. Next week is March. Will March be green? Should we be getting our ducks in a row right now in February? Market's kind of beat down. Should we be buying right now? We had a pump yesterday, a little bit of a correction today. Should we be buying the red? Should we be buying the dips? Is this even a dip, or should we wait till Bitcoin hit $12,000, like Nostradamus Craig Beats said? Or do we prepare right now, expecting March to pump? If Bitcoin hit $80,000 in March, that'll be our first month. We'll see green movements in almost half a year. If Bitcoin is green, you know your altcoin is going to look like a baby altcoin season. Should I be getting positions right now? Preparing for March to be bullish and then sell in March. Should I buy the dumps and sell the pumps? Buy the dips and sell the rips. Is that the strategy that we should be preparing for? Because that's what the large institutions are going to do. They're going to buy right now while it's low. And if it pump in March, they will be selling. And retail's going to come back in a little at a time and buy the tops. They're going to get mad and pissed off again because it's going to dump right back on their head. Cycles. Same things occurring time and time again. Craig Beats tripping. $10,000 Bitcoin. Michael J. Fox, Back to the Future. We're gonna put you in that what's that little thing they used to get in? That little truck or vehicle they used to get in when they want to go back to the future. We're gonna put Craig Beats up in that little Back to the Future unit so he can go back to 2020. We're gonna put you in a COVID-19 dip, March 2020. And you're gonna tell us all about it. You're gonna be like, nah man, get me back in 2026. I apologize, I was tripping. It's like both of ours. Yep, but I'm about to be out of here, man. I got a couple of moves to make, man. I appreciate y'all for continuing to hang out with me. Appreciate y'all for continuing to support the Stock Holiday channel. And that's all I got for you on this one. It's your boy, Stock Holiday, and I'm out.